Let's get into this SEC Big 12 Challenge. Works really well, right? W's a win, L's a loss. We'll make our predictions right here. W's and L's. And we'll just go timeline right here. 11 a.m. ESPN. Auburn on the road at West Virginia in Morgantown. LT will always go first, Brown, and I'll bring it up. Start us off. Auburn at West Virginia, and why?
I think it is a loss. This West Virginia team is not great. Obviously, they're better at home. They're 8-3 at home this year. They're only 2-6 in that really difficult Big 12 conference. But after watching Auburn last night, I think this is going to be a tough spot for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably going too much gut reaction here, but I'm going to go with an L as well. The way the guards played last night and
I think West
going
Virginia
on the
will be
road
favored
against
too.
Huggy Bear, yeah, I'm going to go with an L.
Yeah, loss for me as well. West Virginia's record, I think, is part of it's just partly because of the Big 12. It's so darn good. It's piled up on West Virginia. Tough place to play in Morgantown. Auburn, I'll take the L as well. Let's go next. Alabama, Oklahoma, 1 o'clock ESPN. They're in Norman.
Again, Oklahoma can be scrappy. They're coming off a 27-point loss to TCU. I think Alabama will come out after this flat game against Mississippi State. I think you'll see more offense. Alabama wins this game, probably going away.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Alabama wins the game. I told you there were 2 guarantees. I think there are 3. This is one of them. Alabama guaranteed win for me in this one against Oklahoma.
It's going to be closer than the experts, I think. I don't know what the number is going to be. I'll take Alabama in a win, but I think it'll look a lot like last night. It'll be a hard-fought W for Alabama. Will not be surprised with the loss, but I'll go W here for Alabama as well. Iowa State and Missouri in Columbia. Missouri's back whole again. That is 1 o'clock on ESPN2 in the SEC Big 12 Challenge.
I am going to give Missouri the win here.
I am too, Lance.
Yeah, look, Iowa
yes.
State's a really good team. I think Missouri's going to go off as a 1-point favorite in this spot. I think it's going to be a really tough game, but I'm going to say that Missouri bounces back, and they're coming off a nice win against Ole Miss.
I'm going to give Missouri the dub. It's not one of the ones I would guarantee. It's not one of the 3 guaranteed wins, but I think Missouri gets the win there.
It's a big L for me. I'm going straight up loss for Missouri here. Iowa State coming off a win over Kansas State this week already.
Iowa State's a good team.
I like Iowa State, though that was a home game for them. I like them on the road at Missouri. Also in that 1 o'clock window on ESPNU, Texas Tech in Baton Rouge against LSU. Texas Tech right now is 10-10 on the year. I think they're winless in the Big 12.
They are. They're 0-8.
Yeah, and I think this is a gross game, but I'm going to give LSU the win here. I think
Another
LSU
dub.
will be favored. So I think LSU wins this game.
Texas Tech is awful. LSU's not a ton better, but playing in Baton Rouge, they get the win.
I will take the loss for LSU there too. Texas Tech, part of their record because of the Big 12, will go in there and Texas Tech will get the win over LSU. So a loss there for the SEC.
So you've got one win right now, Alabama. And it's tricky.
It's close. It is close.
Okay, all right.
TCU in Starkville against Mississippi State. That's 3 o'clock on ESPN2 for that one in Starkville.
Loss.
This TCU team's legit.
Yeah,
TCU team,
good enough to go to a Final Four.
That's what I was about to say. I heard some basketball people. I wish I knew their names. I'd give them credit. But yesterday afternoon on Sirius
How do you know they're basketball people?
Because they were talking basketball.
Let's just say it was Bill Rafferty and Bill Walton.
No. I would recognize both of those. I think it was a Big 12 analyst is who I thought it was.
All right.
And he says of all the Big 12 teams, it is TCU he thinks is the best built to go to the Final Four, even more than Kansas.
Look, after watching what they did in Lawrence last Saturday, it's hard to argue.
Arkansas at Baylor, 3 o'clock on main ESPN in this one right here in Waco.
Loss.
I, too, go loss on this one for the SEC.
Baylor team's good again.
Yep, and Arkansas's not.
Now, this Baylor team, not as good as Scott Drew is used to at the guard position, if you watch them play a little bit, but they're still really good. And Arkansas's, I don't want to go Kentucky on you here, but
they played a little better.
They seem like they have fixed some of their problems, but I think they're still missing that it factor. Baylor gets them in Waco. Texas at Tennessee on ESPN. That's at 6 o'clock, is it? 5
it
o'clock.
is 5 o'clock ESPN. This was one of my other guaranteed wins
Yeah, I don't know how you guarantee a win against a 17-3
Because
team
it's
in the Big
Tennessee
12.
and they're good on defense.
Tennessee's offense is gross. Their defense is so good, though.
Yep.
I'm going to say win, but boy, it's a tough game.
So win, guaranteed win right here, Jimmy Dunaway.
I'm going to
Give me
take the
balls.
Texas Longhorns. This is the surprise of the day. Goes into Knoxville and beats Tennessee here. So I'll take the Big 12 in this one as well. This Texas team, their head coach without Chris Beard, starting to find his way a little bit. This team is starting to play up to potential. I think we all, if we picked our preseason Final Four teams, right, we would have had Texas in there, right? If Chris Beard was the coach before we
probably.
started the season, we all had Texas in our Final Four. Those Jimmies and Joes are still there. The coaching staff finding their way. Give me Texas over Tennessee in this one. Florida is
Loss.
at Kansas State.
Big
ESPN
loss.
2.
Big loss. It's a
it's-
blowout.
yeah.
Worst loss of the day for the SEC right
Yeah,
here.
it could be.
Loss as well.
Worst loss of the day.
Kansas and Kentucky in Rupp Arena. You already know how I feel about this one. It's a loss no matter what the points is.
Well,
Loss,
you've made me
loss.
think twice about it because I've never seen you this confident with a game. So Kentucky is playing much better. I do think Kansas is the better team. Kansas losing now 3 consecutive games. It is hard to envision them losing 4, but this is not a great spot to get well. Tough game. I think this game will be around a pick. It could be won either way, but I'm going to say a loss for Kentucky.
I'm going to take Kentucky in the upset here. I'm going to give Kentucky a win on this one.
Loss. And then Ole Miss at Oklahoma State.
They could play that game in my
Ole Miss
driveway, and I wouldn't go watch it.
I mean, Ole Miss may be the worst team. in the
Awful
league.
game, but it's going to be a
there.
loss, too. Yeah.
All right, Lunsford, if we can get Lunsford's microphone back there. He was keeping the runner total. What was the SEC Big 12 versus for LT first, Lunsford?
Lance had 1, 2, 3, 4.
4, so 4 and 6 for Lance. What about Brown?
Brown 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think we pretty much
Four.
had just about the same ones.
4 and 6. What about me?
And Jimmy Big 12 had 1, 1.